All right, let's get all this squared away. So many of you guys here waiting, letting the ads roll through, so that's good. At least you're monetized. 12 of you guys here. Go ahead and skip this. I want to add real fast that it's raining. I got every light I got in the house on right now. So I apologize if I am a bit lost in your screen. Can't really do anything, but don't want to wait till like noon to record. I try and always do my videos and live shows with natural light and stuff. Clearly, this is why, because it's very dark in my room. So keep that in mind. I'm sorry if I'm very just very dark and stuff today. Anyway, Matthew, let's get right into this. What are your thoughts about lineup construction? I was going what we spoke out for guys in the Tonight in Chalk. In terms of lineup construction, I really like this slate. So we can look at it two ways, and let's talk about yesterday really quick. Very rare that we get the guys who take all of basically the lap led and fast lap points get taken out. That really sucked. I did not have Byron, but I played AJ and Ty, and we had a banger line, man. Sammy Smith, Gregson, I forgot the other two guys, but we were up there. And I ended up cashing with that line despite Gibbs wrecking out, but I feel so bad for everybody who had the nuts with Byron and Gibbs. That's some heartbreaking stuff, man. You went from probably winning your GPPs to not even cashing in the last 3/4 of a mile at that track. That really, really sucked. So I want to approach this race very similar, in my opinion, of just trying to nail the guy who's going to get laps led and fast laps. And personally, for me, I think that's Chase Elliott. If you don't think it's Chase Elliott, I would assume that you're thinking it's Kyle Larson. Let me move this over here. I need to switch screens. I think that it's going to play out very similar to what we're expecting and what kind of we saw yesterday. Like, for example, I think Elliott runs away with this bad boy. Okay. And if he doesn't, you can lean towards Larson. I personally don't want to play them together because that line of construction gets you into some really uncharted territory and into some rather risky plays. Here, let me go through kind of my ideas as I walk through this. So let's take a gander at the field. I'm leaning towards people struggling to pass. Okay. Multiple people have said it so far. They're confirming it entering this weekend. When you talk specifically to Blaney and Truex, they've both confirmed that track position is going to be everything. And we already know that, but they said getting through the field is going to be extremely, extremely difficult. Okay. And that has been proven this year at all the other road courses. Okay. Why I do think Watkins Glen puts on a better show, which let's just go on to that argument real fast. Yesterday was entertaining. Okay. It got really stupid with everybody wrecking. I think that's just the norm now, but the race was really good. It's shocking when you bring stock cars to a faster road course, they're fun. Okay. But when you take them to the Roval, like we will next month, you're going to want to kill yourself. And so I think Watkins Glen is pretty much the only track that the Cup Series needs to go to. I think we're going to have people not be able to pass through the field. And when I talk specifically about those people, it leads me to be very concerned about Christopher Bell. I'm going to tell you right now, I got Christopher Bell for 43 points. That is a 4.94 value. Okay. I am giving Christopher Bell what am I giving him? I am giving him a 20th place finish. Okay. I don't think that is insane. If we bump that up, say, to like a 18th place finish or something along those lines, he's pushing 47 points. Okay. We've been through this before this whole year. Okay. This is where I'm looking at and leaning at, to where we have chalk place differential plays starting near the rear that just struggle to make it through the field and really work their way into the top 15. I have no doubt in my mind Bell is going to drive up probably 24th very easily. However, at that point, I'm just worried he gets stuck there. That's where I'm at personally. Okay, so I'm concerned about Bell, and I think every time we go to these road courses, we see very, very chalk type of lineups. Everybody kind of migrates the same plays and stuff. And so I'm giving him 43 points. I don't think that is criminal. I don't think that is being outrageously against Christopher Bell. I'm trying to pinpoint where he's going to finish. And sure, yes, he has certainly a higher ceiling than that. But for 43 points for Christopher Bell, and the guy is, I mean, look, he's not cheap. He's really hindering your line because you're paying $8,700 for him, okay? And that's a price range that you're really not getting into if you're playing Ross Chastain and Chase Elliott, which I would argue you should be doing, okay? I think those guys are very much locks in my opinion. And the reason I'm talking about Bell here is because I think naturally other people will want to go Chase Elliott, Chastain, and Christopher Bell. And look, it leaves you $6,800 on the table. So you're going to be in the 7K range. You're going to be in the 6K range. And those ranges aren't necessarily appealing. I would much rather get off of Christopher Bell and play somebody like Kevin Harvick and play somebody like, where is my screen at? Oh, man, I just X'd out. I would much rather play somebody who I have projected very similar in terms of projections like Kevin Harvick, like Joey Logano. Okay, I would much rather play Logano and Harvick over Christopher Bell. That's just where I'm at. Maybe not together, but you know what I mean. I would much rather play those two guys over Christopher Bell. Due to the fact they're starting up front, they don't have to need as much chaos to get through. I think this race goes green. A lot of it. I mean, we've seen the road courses go green this year. Yes, they can get stupid late in this race, but I think they end up going green. And I would be concerned about Christopher Bell. Or let me change it up. If you like Christopher Bell, just play Eric Almirola. Okay, the guy is cheaper. He doesn't have to do nearly as much to get value. And I think Eric Almirola is a much smarter play than Christopher Bell, just where I'm at right now. When we're looking at where we need to go for our value and the rest of our builds and stuff, I don't want to end up in the 5K range. That's just me. I don't necessarily want to end up with Haley. I don't want to end up with Burton, Gilliland, Joey Hand, certainly not LaJoy, Rockefeller, which didn't he disappear on an island? Wasn't he eaten by a bunch of cannibals? I don't want to play Ty Dillon. I don't want to play any of the guys at the bottom. So for me, I'm staying in the 6K range with my lowest guy, and that's Eric Almirola. I don't think you need to be diving down into playing some of these really poor projected guys like Ty Dillon. I got Ty Dillon projected for 18 points today. Rockefeller, I got him projected for 20 points today. Let's see, Todd Gilliland. I got Gilliland projected for 28. Now, Gilliland is right on the cusp of that. Okay, but man, that's the 17th place finish from Gilliland. We're getting really, really ugly here. To where if you stay in the 6K range, hey, let's actually get somebody who I think can compete very, very well today, and that would be Mr. Gibbs himself, Gibbs boy. Ty Gibbs starting 16th. I would much rather take 35 points from him and have him be one of my value plays than try and skirt by getting 28, 29, 30 points from Gill. And I think Ty Gibbs runs really well today. I know people are going to be like, but he spun out, he wrecked. Look, I want him. Okay, I don't think bias is getting here, but the fact that I like how I like how Ty Gibbs races. Okay, the fact that he's throwing it into all these corners, and the fact that you have to attack the bus stop, and the fact that he's spun out like that, that's good to see. Okay, in my opinion, that is not a worry. That's a man putting it all out there. I understand a lot of people don't like Ty Gibbs, but look, I think I have a lot in common with Ty Gibbs. We're both assholes, so we can get along there. I like Ty Gibbs today. Look, we saw that, and yes, Sammy Smith has a ton of talent anyway, but man, when you actually do have talent and you run more laps than everybody else, it's gonna make you a much better racer. And I think this gives Gibbs a huge advantage today. Now, granted, we could have another engine blow up, and we can't really be worried about what happened to Christopher Bell there. That was just pretty unfortunate, which was kind of weird. Like, we had a lot of engine failures yesterday in the Xfinity series, which I'm not exactly sure why. And then we had Bell lose an engine yesterday in practice. That was a bit weird. Nothing we can really be too concerned about, but those are the guys that are really sticking out to me. Another guy that's sticking out to me is when we went back, or when you look at the videos that I've said this week and my approach and how I wanted to do, I wanted a race that was very much probably two guys in the top 10 that are either lap leaders or just fit in my line. I think Chastain, like I said, I think Chastain is a lock. I'm just going to want to play Chastain, and I even have Chastain for slightly under 5x, but I think he'll end up performing better than that. But he was still popping off in the MME tool, so that's just showing me that I need to play Chastain. I'm not too concerned about that. Going back, that it's hard to pass. Who has been incredibly consistent this year on the road courses? Who has really been not even a silent contender. He's certainly been there and he's been loud and stuff, but I think he's underpriced, and that's Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher starting 7th today. I gave him a 6th place finish. That isn't crazy based on what he's done this year at road courses, based on how he's racing, based on their performance. I don't think 6th place is crazy from Buescher. And that gets you, actually, I gave him one fast lap. Okay. Buescher has a 6th place finish and one fast lap. Okay. And that's good enough for value. I don't think that's insane. In a race where they're going to spread out, you're not going to be able to pass very much. We know Buescher has speed. I like Buescher here. And Pearce's optimal lineup agrees with me, or at least his optimizer agrees with me there. And so I was very curious if that would be the case, and it is. And so I'm fine with dying on Buescher today. That's perfectly fine there. Yeah, and it should make you incredibly nervous, man. I'm more nervous about Blaney because he's more expensive. I'm not playing Truex. I'm not playing Blaney. It kind of leans on the same thing as Bell. Like, I know we didn't get a ton of laps out of Bell, but him starting dead last makes it look like he's going to get through the field. But we've seen the Toyota struggle this year. We've seen Bell specifically this year. Let me bring this up. Where you at, Bell? When we look, so we got a 3rd at Coda, 27th at Sonoma, 18th at Road America, 12th at Indy. Indy got crazy. I'm not throwing these out. Okay, he had true speed at Coda. But Sonoma was a place where we saw the Toyota struggle. Okay, and this is what I mean. Like, you can't compare Glen to Sonoma, but we're seeing the Toyota struggle again for the most part. Road America, a faster track, still 18th, man. Like, that was him starting way better than 38th. I'm just concerned about them. I'm very, very. I would not play Blaney. I would not play Truex, because they're racing each other, and if they're both slow as molasses, they have to race for points. They have to stay out and get those stupid stage points, because neither one of them has the speed to win this race. That's just how it is. Okay, they're competing with themselves. Truex has to gain 26 points between this race and next week. I don't think that's insane, especially if he stays out in the stages, and if he can beat Blaney in both stages, he could probably gain 6 points alone in stages, whatever he finishes in. When we enter Daytona, we might have Blaney and Truex separated by 10 points or something. So they are absolutely point racing. I know Truex has been like, I don't know, we'll have to see what the strategy says. I don't know. But come on, Truex, I know for a fact you're points racing here. You are staying out in these stages. Blaney, same thing for you, because you have to defend your points position. That eliminates them from what I think they're going to do. Back to the Harvick point real fast. While it does make you worried about Harvick, the fact that he has had speed this whole year at every road course, other than Indy when he ran into an issue, I would be okay with that. And I know the same argument can be made with Blaney of how he's performed. But yet again, it goes back to Eric Almirola versus Bell. Eric Almirola is cheaper. If you're looking at Bell, I think you just play Eric Almirola. I think if you're thinking of Truex or Blaney, I think you should play Harvick. Or you can play Joey Logano, which I think I think Logano goes way under owned. I know he had a fast lap, basically be taken away in the first round of qualifying. Ends up qualifying extremely slow. I think Logano would have had a much better time. And so if you don't like Harvick, if you don't like Truex, if you aren't a fan of Blaney, I think Logano is very much there. When we start ranking these guys by some of their better laps in practice, and that's really what I'm doing. If you're a part of the Patreon, if you're supporting Pearce, supporting myself, you can go to PA1 and go scroll the way to the right, and you'll see what's there. And I like that ranking. When we're looking at how these guys are going to perform, it certainly doesn't lean to Harvick. Blaney, it leans him to being around 15th. But Logano is popping off for me as somebody who I think we should get to, and I think we should try and build around. Very similar to Sammy Smith yesterday, to where I don't think people get there because the 8K range is a bit weird. I think they're going to want to go to Harvick over Logano. Personally, I think Logano's a fantastic play today. He's easy to get in lines. He's not as risky as Harvick. He's not as risky as Blaney, as Trix. I think he can outperform Bell, and I think Logano can actually get a top 10 today. And so those would be guys that I would look at there. Also, real quick, I have to give a shout out to David Jeffries, who sent some money on PayPal. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the support, David. I just went blank on what else I was going to say, but thank you very much. If you guys enjoy the show, if you guys enjoy what Pearce and I do, the work, whatever the case may be, maybe if you're like me and you like 9/11 jokes, send $9.11. Who knows? Let's go ahead and get through the rest of this. I like Busher. Oh, so Eric Jones is another guy that I would be concerned about. I think Jones. So this is. Maybe I'm galaxy braining myself here, okay? Maybe I'm being just way too aggressive on guys starting up front and leaning towards people not really passing here. But if everybody, and I mean a ton of lineups, are going to end up being built, Elliott, Chastain, Bell, I think people also go Jones at 67 because he fits right in there. Okay. I think Elliott, Chastain, Bell, Jones I think that's a negative EV line based on the ownership it's going to have, based on the risk that you have, based on the fact that it's going to, those four drivers are going to be duplicated a lot. Okay. You can't get that different once you got your last two guys. And the same argument I just made against Blaney, against Truex in terms of speed, against Bell in terms of not being able to get through the field or scoring right at 5X, like right at 42 to 45 points, somewhere around there, is even worse for Jones. Okay, I know that Jones has had finishes slightly better this year, but when we look at that screen that I was just telling you about in the Patreon PA1, you see Jones as being around a 24th place type of guy. Okay, when we look at Jones in terms of his finishes this year, okay, 9th Dakota, 15th at Indy, 22nd Sonoma, 26th at Road America. The Road America is really, I think, the closest race that we can look at this year of how that race played out, and those guys kind of getting stuck where they're running. Dude, I think Jones is pretty rough today. I think the same argument it can be made is if you like Jones, I think you should really just go to Eric Almirola and just call it a day. Like, we're gonna need some value guy in the back. I think you should play Eric Almirola instead of those guys. That's just where I stand there. It's Chastain by a mile. That's not even close, dude. In terms of real life, like in terms of betting, I think it's very close in terms of finishing position. But in terms, and look, okay, I've missed on McDowell just a ton this year. I can't project the guy to do fuck all. It frustrates me beyond belief. What am I giving McDowell today? I'm giving him 2 fast laps and an 8th place finish. I don't know what else to do, man. Like, if that's the case, he's scoring 31.9 points. So hope maybe that answers your question. But I'm not playing McDowell. I'd much rather play Chastain. Good morning, Gator. How are you doing, my main man? Let's see. So, look, this is where I'm at, and this is why I've been playing really about 1 or 2 lines this whole month, is because we got Daytona next week, okay? There's a good chance that I put probably $500-600 on that race, okay? So I've been moving a lot of my entries off of the races this year and looking forward to the Xfinity and the Cup Series race Daytona next week. So today, and certainly because it's a road course and there's so much, I'm just doing one line today. So I don't think I'd end up getting to a ton of Byron or Reddick, because I think Elliott runs away with this. And I mean, I think he gets, if he's leading, he's getting fast laps. I think he is very much in control of both those. Reddick is going to be there. I gave Reddick 11 fast laps. I gave Reddick a 4th place finish. So I don't think that's insane, but he is not in the pool for me. In terms of Byron, Byron. It's weird that Byron's so cheap. I do have Byron for value, but he's starting 4th, and I just didn't end up on him in my line. Like I said, I like Buescher more, and Buescher and Byron are very much head-to-head. I think you only need one of those guys. I would lean Buescher over Byron, but that's just me personally. Yeah, I think they were. I don't know, man. I'm leaning Elliott, and not Larson and Elliott together, because I think Chastain can get into the optimal line and push Larson out, because Larson needs to lead laps, okay, and that can happen. Okay, we can whiff and have him be very split, but I think it's Elliott, man. This is Elliott's best road course. He is wildly consistent here. That's just how he is, man. Elliott has not had the car this year at the other road courses to win the race. Certainly a contender, but this is a situation where look at where he's at. Okay, Larson has slightly the best car in the 4-lap averages, slightly better in the 5-lap averages, but I mean they are neck and neck. Okay, and so honestly, I think if you play Larson, you should not play Elliott. Okay, I think this race has one lap leader outside of if we get some stupid cautions in the middle of the stage and people staying out. I think if you want to play Larson, you don't play Elliott. I think that is the play. If you like Larson, I think you should like him enough to where he runs away with the race, to where it is not shared between Elliott and Larson. It is just Larson. So that's my opinion on Larson and Elliott. If you want to play Larson and Elliott, I think you should just play Larson. And if you're not playing Larson, well, you're already playing Elliott. That's just where I'm at there. That's where I would go. Custer. Okay, so let's see. Where are we at? Muddy Boy. I got to control it. I love it. Anytime I got to control F, I don't remember who I have them projected for. I mean, I don't know, man. Based on my projections, not for me. But yet again, I'm very aggressive, and if you're not even close to 5x, you're just not there for me. I'm giving Custer 22nd today. Why? What? So this is where I'm at. I know it's $600. Okay. Why play Custer when I can play Ty Gibbs? Why play Custer when I can play Eric Almirola? So I'm not. That would lead me towards that. Welcome, ACS. How you doing this morning? I'm not on the Collie guys. I know Pearce is higher on. I think he's higher on Haley than I am. But I am not there. I'm not on AJ because I don't see AJ leading in this race. Okay, and that when we get to a race with this many laps, you need the lap. But Brandon, yesterday you didn't need the lap leaders. You didn't need well, yeah, because they wrecked on the last lap, and they literally all the fast laps left got removed off the board. Okay, so it's like coming out of the race yesterday is when you have. And yet again, this is why I'm not an NFL tout, or I don't do NFL content, because I would hate my life when I have to answer showdown questions, being like, should I play the defense in the captain position? No, it's not preseason. Should I play the kicker in there? What if this game ends 13-3? Okay. Did you see the optimal last time one year? It was a wide receiver without his quarterback, both running backs from both teams, a defense and a kicker. Like, okay, when you play, what is it, like 256 games or something? You're going to have outliers like that. Okay. Yesterday was certainly an outlier, to where you'd lose both lap leaders. And so I think those are the situations where a collie guy can work out, and specifically AJ Allmendinger, because like I said, I don't think he leads laps. Haley, this whole year, I've looked at Haley on road courses, and I haven't got him at all. Man, it is tough to see Haley improve his position. I'm gonna be straight here. Pearce's projection is based off his best finish at road course. That's 8th at Indy in 2021. I would love to see what he projected him. I would love to see what he would project him if he wasn't using their best finish, because dude, him giving Haley an 8th place finish is wild. I know that's pulling from the data. That's not necessarily Pearce, but man, that is rough. Seeing Haley at with that many points. I know he's in his optimal, man. And I saw that and I was like, well, man, there's just I'm not gonna get there. I'm not getting to Haley, man. That just that's a play I just don't agree with. Why'd you type your name in, dude? What are you doing? You just want me to shout out your name? Hey, BVP, thank you very much for the donation. Thank you. We've been without you for, I don't know, 3 streams or something, but now you're back. Thank you very much for the $50 donation. I do appreciate that. Thankfully, I'm not one of those guys who are like, who is in these numbers? You know, I've seen that in some. I guess I haven't seen it in a while, because I remember I was listening to a live show and somebody commented like a thing like that, and they were like, who's in these numbers? Okay. McDowell's the only guy I don't necessarily love there. But I like Elliott. I like Busher. I think Logano is a fucking awesome play today. McDowell, Suarez, I mean, that's on you, man. I'm not gonna. Certainly, if I like 3 guys in that line, I'm not. Actually, that's FanDuel probably, since just 3 guys. Yeah, that's fine, dude. Because I love Chase. I like Logano. I don't know if you necessarily need to play Busher on. If you're a part of the Patreon, I know it's not every week. I need to ask him why he takes the build off. But if you go to the build tab or the build sheet on the bottom, the third one, and you scroll all the way to the right, you'll see FanDuel projections as well. Now that's just based on the finishing positions that we have for DraftKings, but Pearce does have FanDuel projections on there. So if you're part of the Patreon, now granted they lean more towards gigantic place differential plays, and so just keep that in mind. But he does have projections, or at least gives you an idea of what guys can score if they do certain things. But yeah, in terms of AJ, I'm probably not going to play AJ. But yet again, thank you very much for the support there. Wallace, I don't know, man. They have to race in the rain here. I don't know if he can get a win today, because they can't stop the race if it rains today. Okay, so Bubba has that against him. All right, Bubba's had a horrible year this year on road courses. Pure bad luck. So I'm basing all this on the practice speed. Okay, 10 to the 5 lap, good to see. When we rank his laps in terms of what we're doing on that second page, given around 17th. I think that is a very accurate part of where his car is. I actually like this. So this is what this is why I like that tab so much on PA1, because it's the best laps from the practice. I like those laps there because you might go and make some change, whatever the case is. That's just the best laps there. You look at that compared to what he did in qualifying. Look, him having the 17th best car today is nothing crazy. I think it's very much in line of what we're seeing. I think I'm giving, what am I giving Bubba here? Or am I giving Wallace? I should probably give him a DNF because, he ain't going to finish. Let's see. I gave Bubba. Why do I got to control F here? Give him Bubba 18th today. So that's where we're at there. That's 31 points. Let's move him up a little bit more. What are we at here? Give him 8 positions gained. It's going to be around 37. So I would give Bubba's projection anywhere from 37 to probably 31 points today. So that's what I would do. So, man, this is where if the race goes, if people really legit cannot pass at all, like we stay gridlocked. Suarez has a really good chance of being a higher scoring guy. He's starting inside the top 10, which is good to see. Okay. Man, I can't just give all these projections out, man. If you join the Patreon, I'll tell you, like I have Suarez for value, right at 5x. I don't think that's insane to see. But in terms of people right at 5x, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17 people at 4.8 or better today. So Suarez is most certainly in the player pool. That's really all I'll say there. Like I said, if you're playing Suarez, you're having to give, like I said, I think Elliott, I think Chastain are chalk. I think they're good chalk. I think they have a high likelihood of both being optimal. I'm playing with that in mind. I want to try and get different. I like Logano. Okay. So when I'm going with that build, I just don't end up on Suarez. And look, I'm building around Logano today. I'm telling you that right now. So hopefully we'll see what happens and we'll see what his ownership comes in at. But so yeah, Suarez he's in the player pool for sure. And if you land on him, that's why, when I was talking to Royal here, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a FanDuel line, but I'm not I wouldn't talk him off of Suarez at all. Yeah, I mean, where is a trap? So why you ask? Come on, man. Where you can't play where today? You just can't. Here, I'll even be. We'll do his projections together. Like right now, I'm giving Ware 30th place finish day. That's 20 points. I mean, even if you give him a bit more, like if people really get dumb and wreck out, well then maybe. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 29th. 29th is value from Ware. Okay. Now I'm not saying he's not a trap play because look, man. I play these bums every fucking week. Okay, I always have one line with the punt play, so that is not that's not. If you like your line and you believe Ware can get you 24 points, go for it. That's all I have to say. If you think he can gain, if you see Ware, honest to Christ, finishing 27th today or 29th today, you play him. Okay. I can't give him that 29th today. I got to give him around a 30th to like 32nd. So that's where I'm at there. I'm just not on. It's. Oh my gosh, what was I calling it, man? The Todd squad. We do not use Gilly Gang here. Okay, that is a term that we cannot say. We don't like that term. Okay, Gilly Gang is not a cool term. Okay, it is Todd squad, and just like Dominator, I will die on the hill of if you use Gilly Gang, I don't like you. Okay, it is Todd squad. Now, how much Todd squad do we want? That's up to you. As I said, I did not feel the need to go below or into the 5K range in my line. If you feel the need to, let me rank the 5K range, guys. Just I think that'll answer the question. So let me, when we talk specific, and this might end up making Ware more appealing. I'm not sure yet. Or not appealing, but like the argument can be made for Ware. So if we look at which is probably a good thing here. If we look at everybody under, what are we looking at? Let's say under Haley, okay? Everyone under Haley. So you got Burton, you got Gilliland, Hand, LaJoy, Rockefeller, Dillon. I still can't pronounce DK's name. You got Ware, Loris, and Kyle, okay? I have Joey Hand and Todd Gilliland both for 28 points today, okay? I think you either go with one of those two guys if you're in, if you can't get to Almirola, okay, and you couldn't get to, like, say, Austin Dillon, and you are forced, you love your line. You're just like, Brandon, I'm not rebuilding this line, dude. I like this line. I'm stuck in the 5K range. You got to help me. You're my only hope. Todd Squad and Joey Hand are the only guys I would probably play, okay? I got Gilliland for 28. I got Hand for 28. As I said, I have Cody Ware for 20, okay? Those would probably be the only three guys I would go to, okay? I don't think you need to go there. I don't think the optimal goes there. But if you are stuck there, you're choosing between Todd Squad and Joey Hand, okay? That's just where I'm at there. I decide I don't want to be there, so I'm avoiding that range in general today. But those would be the three plays that I would consider there, okay? And that's really that. Can't do Custer. And unfortunate, man. Unfortunate for you. That sucks. Did you cover your preference in lineup construction? I mean, I've covered it the last, this whole week, really, or at least in the video and stuff. I don't really have a. I mean, my preference is. My preference is I'm playing Elliott, I'm playing Chastain, man, and I'm playing Logano. That's where we're at today. That's my preference. Those are the three guys that I want to play, and I'm building whatever the rest around, or I'm building the rest line around those guys. I don't know, man. You say that like I'm going to be surprised, dude. Like I said, I play every week. I usually have, even because I've cut down the lines this year or this month, yet again, waiting for next week at Daytona. I play Cody Ware or Yaley. I usually have them in one or two lines each and every week. So, it's never surprising. And normally those lines cash, man. Like, people shit on punts all the time. Okay. And that frustrates me beyond belief because, bro, and honest, like, if you're playing cash most weeks, I think I'd feel comfortable playing the men's salary guy each and every week. Because if I can, and like I said, I don't know the term. Like, I don't min cash. It's like the tier above min cashing. If you can do that every week playing the punts, like, you should just play them in cash. Never heard anybody talk about that. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it's not. Personally, I would be surprised if Ware is optimal today. However, I think you cash with Ware very easily. Okay, so keep that in mind. I don't think Dillon is dead at all because, as I said, I'm not a fan of Custer. I don't like Bubba. I don't believe that he's going to finish, probably better than 16 today. I think Jones gets stuck there. Not sure what I'm going to do with Eric Almirola. I think he's probably the best play in the back, but I actually do have Austin Dillon. I think I got him hitting value somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, like, I'm probably a little aggressive on Dillon, but when we look at his speeds in practice, okay, it's 4-lap, bit concerning. Probably gonna be around a 26th place car. I was aggressive on him, thinking that this race is gonna go green, so I'm giving Dillon around a 10th place finish today, just to keep him in the just to see if the optimizer wanted to use them and whatnot. I don't know, man. This is a weird range, man. I think I'm getting different enough by not playing Jones, and not playing Bell. So I don't think I necessarily need to take the risk that Dylan has. If you got a real chalk line, like if you're doing Chastain, Elliott, Bell, Jones, possibly consider playing Dylan to get different there. Who do I like best from this? It'd be Suarez. It would be Suarez. I know, man. That's how it is, man. I love it. I love memes. I love trolls, and if people are going to be hateful, I get entertained by it, man. I love it, dude. I love the Bubba haters, man. They are so funny, man. They are hilarious. It's like I said, dude. I just found out about the documentary called The Hit about Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward's incident on the track. Okay, currently that film is going around the country at film festivals, so you can only see it at film festivals. However, the release date is sometime next year for like streaming services and whatnot. I cannot wait to watch that film, okay? Because it is a gigantic hit piece. It is a meme against Stewart, and I will show up and I will get my popcorn and just smile the whole time. So very similar to like the Bubba haters. I get entertainment by watching people on Twitter get mad at Bubba haters. Like it's not the haters themselves, it's the reaction people get from that. Thank you very much, M Max. I'm glad that you guys like it, and it's very much a reason why, you know. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but I don't have sponsors. Now, great, I have had some people offer me, and I've declined them. However, this is a very difficult channel to sponsor and stuff. So thank you guys for supporting it through the super chats on the Patreon and everything like that. My top 5 today. Okay, this is a good question. If you're on my Patreon, I have a heat map and it has the projected finishes for everybody. My top 5 based on what I have is Elliott, Larson, and this is not so like this is just ranked in terms of best average. So I don't have this guy projected for first, second, third, fourth. It's just based on where they are in terms of where I have them ranked. And so I have Elliott projected to finish first. I have Larson projected to finish second. Suarez, I got him projected for fourth. I got Reddick projected for fourth. I have Buescher projected for sixth. So that's technically my top 5 finishers today based on projected finish. Now, if you're talking about on DK, you can get the projections there. Dude, they're gonna talk him. All right. I can't think of a way to number this. 110 of you guys here watching on a Sunday morning. I do appreciate it. How many times do they full screen Kimmi's car running 20th today? I'm gonna say 6 times. Okay, we're gonna have like I think throughout this entire race we get 6 full laps. Nothing about Kimmi. I mean, all about Kimmi. That's all we get. I mean, if we get some cringe interviews from Kligerman again, or whatever the case may be, from these guys talking to this guy, this world champion, and look, I'm not bashing F1. This is just how I am with people, okay? Like, I don't know, man. These people are acting like they're meeting The Rock. Are like, oh my God, like, dude, he's raised, like, dude, Kimmi, like, what I don't like is the media and how mean they're being to Kimmi. Okay, they're asking, why are you wasting your time here? Why are you gonna bum around running 20th? You know, why, Kimmi? You got no speed. What's going on? Like, Kimmi looks awkward, and we are talking about a man who has been at the top of the world, who is pulled a baller move by walking to his yacht at Monaco after wrecking out. Like, Kimmi is not shy of confidence, but they are making this man feel awkward as hell, and it is very much it is very, very cringy. I'm unaware of this. I have not Did Drew Dollar retire? That's very disappointing if he was. Did he? Oh, it sure looks like. I just see his golf stuff. I don't know. I hope that isn't true. I like seeing him just wreck shit left and right. It was like reason why I like John West Halley, man. That man was a cool bean. That dude was cool. I had Zaxby's for the first time a while back. Dude, that shit was awesome, man. Like, dude, I hope they rename it Axby's, but man, Zaxby's was awesome. It makes me like John West Halley even more. What a baller. What a man to get gunned down holding an axe. Who's starting in the top 10 is going to point race. Well, the fact that Kurt Busch doesn't make the field, so the only guys true points racing is between Blaney and Truex. However, I do think that people try and improve their standings in the playoff grid a little bit. I think you could see Cindric. I don't know, man. It's more so who needs a playoff point. I think that's the real question to ask, and not necessarily who is points racing. Who wants a playoff point? And who wants a guaranteed playoff point? Okay. I think Kyle's a contender for that because I think he would want to chase a playoff point, and this is to win the stage. Okay. I don't think if you can't win the stage, I don't know if it's worth staying out. I think Byron could be a contender to stay out of a stage and get a playoff point. Bowman, Briscoe. I think Briscoe stays out in general. Those would be the only guys I would think of that when we look at points racing outside of Truex and Blaney. Greatest, my type of question. Secondly, so when Hemrick flew into the wall, dude, I felt like I was tripping because Rick Allen starts this sentence and he's being like, man, Ross Chastain, or not Ross Chastain, man, Daniel Hemrick has had the worst wreck there since. And then I was like, no way. They're going to bring up JD McDuffie. They're going to bring up him dying. And then it goes to Jimmy Johnson flying in a turtle. I was like, what? Dude, Rick, you can't say that. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't say, man, Hemrick's had the worst wreck in that corner since Jimmy Johnson had a wreck in another corner when he had JD McDuffie die in that same corner. Like, what? Dude, it's a meme, man. These guys are tone deaf. So I don't know. I just want to see a brake failure of some sort. If I don't know, I just want a brake failure, man. I don't want somebody to go upside down next week, and I mean hit hard in the wall. I mean I want some. I want to see the wheel net not come down. Okay, Kimmy, I'm not playing Kimmy. I'm not wasting my time there. Good morning, Big. Happy to have you here. And that's some good satire. You're so funny. I would go Suarez, man. You've asked me this twice. It's still Suarez. Still Suarez there. Between those guys there to pair with Elliott and Chastain, because as I've said at least 10 times so far, I'm playing Elliott and Chastain today. Talk about where enough. I know. I mean, this comment's 7 minutes behind. I know you probably asked before I went into detail, but I gave my opinion there. Yeah, right. He is. I got Elliott to win. I would much rather play Busher. And I think we're all caught up on questions. Yeah, we are. We are. 180 guys watching, 36 likes. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys very, very much. We've been live for nearly 50 minutes, and it is still kind of drizzling outside. So hopefully I am not too... Okay, so this is why I like Logano. One, this is a chalk slate. I need to choose somewhere to get different, okay? Logano is, I'm going to assume, is projecting terrible for a lot of people, okay? You see how piss poor Logano has ran, not only at Watkins Glen, but this year at road courses. I think that makes him not have any ownership whatsoever. we need to remember that Logano was going to, I think Logano was about to qualify into the final round when that caution came out, because Logano was flying when the 78 car wrecked, exiting the bus stop. So Logano lost a really, really fast lap that he probably would have posted in qualifying. Okay, when we look at where he's at in terms of ranking, yeah, he was 15th in general. His 5 lap speeds, 7th fastest. Okay, when we look at his ranking that we have based on his 4 best laps, he's 11th. I think Logano is going to race way better than he has done at road courses this year. I am giving Logano an 11th place finish today. That's 43 points. You know, it's not blowing the doors off. I think we could very easily see Harvick score the same. We could very easily see Christopher Bell score the same, and things like that. But man, if I want to get different at one place, nobody's playing Logano. So I want to play Logano. I don't know. Is he? I don't know, man. I'm here yet again. Hey, man, if that is the case, thank you, NASCAR reporters, man. We are let me see. No, Kyle Busch and actually Kyle Busch going to the rear. I did not see that this morning. He's having an engine change as well. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not playing Larson to begin with, but if Larson is to the rear, he's to the rear. And I swear to Christ, dude, if you're bringing up yesterday's tweet, I'm gonna lose it because I am. Bro, I haven't seen any news about Larson going to the rear. So if you're wasting my time based on yesterday's news, I'm gonna be very frustrated. I think that's fine. If you like Bowman, you like Bowman. I don't know, man. It's so. I mean, it's. If people would just okay, real talk, real fast. If you guys do like, I don't give a shit if you do like $1 line. I don't care if you do like 10 lines a week. I mean, next week doesn't count because it's a plate race. You should be playing. You should be playing where a shitload next week. But when we get to like every race, I implore you to build one line each week with like the min value guy or whoever projects best out of the guys in the 4K range. Just play one line the entire year of those guys, and you will see firsthand that those lines are not bad. Okay, you not cashing those lines are not due to your 4K guy taking a shit, man. It is due to somebody else wrecking. I don't know. I'd literally explain what I got Ware projected for. I don't know why Ware is popping off so much today for people. I don't understand. You know why? It's because you're all playing Elliott, Larson, not Elliott. You're playing Elliott, Chastain, Bell. Okay, just don't do that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna assume no. As I said, I was trying to look. You asked me twice. I didn't see anything. All right. Well, maybe he doesn't know. Well, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. If he's not, oh well. Like I said, I don't like. I'm not subscribed to them. I don't watch content. I'm just talking out loud. So maybe they're seeing the same thing I do, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, both are going to the back, Bell and Kyle Busch. Like, see, like, dude, those odds aren't fucking crazy. I'd totally throw like $5 on there. Like, why not, dude? I doubt. I mean, I think Elliott's gonna win. But I think Logano is perfectly fine. Dude, that's funny, man. I love you, Jason, man. That comment's so funny. I was just thinking about that. Oh, man. So you've been live for about an hour. I think I've covered about everything that I wanted to. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. We got Daytona next week, so really we're just moving on to the other races. And so do I even post Daytona video? I might just do one video for both series. I'll be posting more videos for the playoff races next week, or at least looking forward. I'm currently halfway through Kansas rewatch. Actually, I'm right at the start of stage 3 for Kansas. So if you have the Patreon and you're looking at notes and stuff, I'm almost done with the Kansas notes. Just because that stuff is time consuming. But hey, that's what you pay us for. So you don't have to rewatch his race. You can just go through the notes and Control F and see what happens to certain guys. So I'm almost done with Kansas. And like I said, I'll start putting some more videos and stuff out for the week after Daytona and stuff, probably next week. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I would have totally crucified that poor guy there. Link to, well, I have links turned off. Let me see if it's on here. Let me see. Okay, here, hold on. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun here. Okay. I haven't looked at Bob's Twitter yet, but let's go ahead and see what the king of not doing your freaking job is up to. So let's see how long it takes me to find this Larson news myself. Okay. All right. So we'll end it here. Well, all right. So we are on Bob's Twitter. The greatest reporter NASCAR has ever seen. Okay, I have not looked at his Twitter yet, but let's see if he's reported when Larson went to the, and maybe it was yesterday because I believe he may have had a crew member get kicked out. So let's go ahead and see that real fast. But let's see if he has updated that at all. All right. So we're retweeting about meeting up, being friendly with the fans. Okay. All right. Martinsville. All right. We got Martinsville test. Okay. I've already looked at that. Rain. Okay. That's not a concern. Truex, how you going to race today, boy? What you going to do? What's your strategy? Hey, Bubba, you going to get a win? Okay. Okay. All right. So it took me a while. Thank you. All right. All right. So well, okay. He did 2 hours ago. So maybe I was being a little too harsh on Bob. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I'm pretty sure I just went full autism and just I look at my tweet, man. I literally looked up Larson to the rear on Twitter and I didn't find shit. So I guess everybody was just no. That's not Larson. That's Kyle Busch. And okay, never mind. We're still going. We're still going back. Okay, hold on. All right, we're still in this. All right, yet again, another tweet just annoying Blaney and Truex. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, we're 3 hours ago. Still haven't seen anything about Larson. And no, I mean I know I understand. I remember that he did fail, but I'm making a point to see how well this big chat of a dude is tweeting here. Okay. Bro, man, like why are we not including this? Did you fail twice, or I mean, like what is going on? I'm not seeing anything related to this. First, like I said, it doesn't concern me. I was not playing Larson. I'm just doing this to make a point. All right, at this point, we're tweeting about the Xfinity Series race. Yeah, this is my whole like it did whatever happened to see. Like I know I didn't play C. I think he finished 14th yesterday, and I think he was running 17th or 18th when they wrecked at the line. All right, we're still going through, man. I mean, like I said, I'm making a point here, and it's not. I have it on the other screen here. I just want to see how long it took Bob to tweet this. I mean, we are okay. Yeah. So what? Yeah, this is what I saw. He gets to start where they qualify. You know. So, all right. So now I need. So this is what I read. Okay, yesterday. This is what I saw. Because if you pass on the third time, you get to keep your okay, whatever. Well, okay. So let me cross-examine this stuff. This is the main point here, everyone. NASCAR reporters suck. They're absolutely the worst. Like, can you imagine any other job where you could be this bad? I'm talking like retail too. Like you would get your ass fired. It's unbelievable. All right, let's go to yeah. So like yeah. So who's giving me this fucking dumb information that Larson's going to the rear, man? Oh my gosh, dude, I hate everyone. You guys are worse than they are. What the hell, man? Larson's not going to the rear. You have to, man. Dude, everybody. I didn't know NBC was giving out knee pads as part of the uniform. It's wild. People ask me why I hate NASCAR and why I have such an edge humor. And it's because I just hate everything, man. This is so annoying. It's so bad. And I love that I'm slowly getting the I hate Bob Pockrass bandwagon just moving. I remember when I first started, like certainly not last year. I've hated Bob for a long time, but everybody was like, Bob's a great guy. Bob's awesome. And I was like, Bob, dude, oh man. I would absolutely like if it was the fact that I wouldn't like get kicked out or like banned from NASCAR event, I would love to go to a tweet up and just be like, can you do your job, please, man? Please, my big main man. All right, let me see just real quick. Yeah, and I mean Larson did fail it twice, but anyway, you know what I mean. That was a good way to spend the last 5 minutes of the stream. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Best of luck today, guys. Hopefully we get this race through. We get to Daytona. If you're like I said, I would honestly push some money back from this week to next week and just have a blast next week, and hope we get some big old rectitudes and some catch finch crashes. But outside of that, best of luck, guys. Enjoy the race. Like I said, I think I'm playing Elliott. I'm playing Larson. I mean, not Larson. I'm playing Elliott. I'm playing Chastain, and I'm playing Logano. Okay, I'll decide what else to do in a bit. But those are the three guys that I kind of want to make a stand on today. Um, I'll see you guys later, and thank you for watching, and thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. Oh, real quick, BVP. Thank you very much for the support, BVP. I do appreciate it.